Good morning, everyone. I'm very pleased today to be back to the second episode of our chat with Christel Land. We spoke with Christel Land a few weeks ago and we spoke about self-storage, how to manage a company, how to build a company, how to create a nice and performing company. But today we will speak about something new. Christel is an incredible speaker, incredible writer, but also an incredible coach. And some weeks ago, she surprised us with a nice post on LinkedIn speaking about his new experience with Lego. And suddenly she sent to me this box of Lego. And today we discover together why she sent it to me. Hello, Christel. Good morning. How are you today?
Good morning. I'm very good. I'm looking forward to doing Legos with you.
Great. Tell us something about this new adventure in your life.
Yeah, for me, my business is growth. It's what I work with every day. And so one of the guiding principles in my business is if I stop growing, then I also stop being able to help my clients grow. So for me, it's really important to always continue learning new things, experiencing new things. And so a few months ago, I saw a LinkedIn post about Lego Serious Play. And I got really curious. I thought, what is this serious play? For me, Lego is something that children play with. And so I started investigating it, and I understood that it's a technique that's used in serious context by serious people. But it really builds on a lot of research, because there are a lot of people in the world with creative ideas, but I really like ideas and concepts that have a solid foundation of research, that there's some evidence behind why does this work and how does it work. So I really like the combination of creativity and evidence around Lego Serious Play. So I signed up for a course to become a facilitator so that I can use it to facilitate workshops. And it was a 4-day adventure of building a lot of Legos and understanding the science and why it works so well. And I was really surprised by some of the things that I learned through it. So it's been a very, very interesting journey so far.
Great. So for 4 days you became a baby, a children playing with Lego. And then what can Lego to teach us? What can your experience with Lego be useful for us?
So I think the things that really surprised me when I was going through the process of learning how to do these workshops is that many times when we want to go through a strategic process for our business, it starts behind the desk. It starts with looking at numbers. It starts with doing some workshops, brainstorming ideas, etc. And those processes usually take quite a while, because we need to map out where we are, we need to map out the environment that we're in, then we need to discuss how we're going to respond, build some strategies around that, etc. So it's not a quick process to do. And one of the things that really surprised me using these Lego methods was that it was really like stepping on the speeding what's it called in English? The speeding pedal in a car, that you can actually go through that process much quicker when people are also kind of thinking with their hands. So one of the things that these workshops do is it removes hierarchy very naturally from the process. Usually if there's a context where we're discussing strategy, there will still be a hierarchy in the room. So the big boss, if the big boss has an idea, people will not challenge it quite as much as if it's the cleaner or the janitor who has the idea. But when everyone is building their own Lego model of what they think and how they see things, then there's really very naturally no hierarchy in, well, why is your model different or better than someone else's? So it's a very natural and quick way to kind of make it a very even discussion. And also what very often happens in those types of discussions are someone will have an idea and immediately other people will have an opinion on, is it a good idea or not? Should we change the idea? Should we develop the idea? And one of the things that is kind of a core part of working through Lego workshops is that the idea is the idea. And then we can look at what kind of similarities are there. But there is a separation between me building, if I, for example, build, how do I see our team? What are our values? What do we stand for? If I build that in one way and I use a tree or a wall or, some minifigures to do that, and somebody else uses a tower, well, there's a very natural understanding that the tree is not better or worse than the tower. It's two different things. And so it's also a way to kind of understand the nuance a little bit more. So there's a lot of, it sort of changes the dynamics of those types of discussions. And that's what got me very interested.
Amazing. But now I'm very willing to start to play with my Lego. What I have to do with this box?
So I would like you to find these 6 bricks. We've got these 2 here, and then I've got one with an eyeball. Okay. And got these 2 and this one.
Great. I think that I got them. So I have 5 pieces in front, 6 pieces in front of me.
Perfect.
Will be 5 or 6?
6.
6, correct. I have.
So I have the same 6 pieces right here. And so what we're going to do is something super simple. We're just going to build a duck. So both you and me have 6 pieces, and you can build a duck in whatever way you want to build a duck.
Yeah. It's challenging. Okay.
And if you don't know where to start, just start building. Like, just put some bricks together, and usually a duck will appear.
Okay. I will try to do that immediately, and then here we have that, and that is a duck. Wow, amazing thing. Okay, I want to be back to be a child. Okay, crazy, I did it.
You did it.
Yeah, it's not the best one, the much interesting, beautiful duck that I have never saw in my life, but I did it, something.
Yeah, so show me. Perfect, look. And my duck looks like this.
Wow, mine is better anyway.
I think yours looks a little bit more like a duck than mine probably does. So this is a very quick and simple illustration of how to get more ideas out of a team. First of all, when you were a little bit unsure at the start, you said, oh, I don't know how I do this. My advice to you was just start building.
Yeah.
And so when everyone in the room, when you start a Lego exercise, some people will feel a little bit like, oh, I don't really know where to start. If they get an exercise, for example, our company has just secured funding, and we will open 10 sites in the next 3 years. Are we ready for the challenge? Maybe that's the theme of the workshop. Some people will not really be sure of where do I start with this. Then if the Lego exercise is you have 2 plates, on one plate you should build growth from heaven. What does the heaven of growth look like? If everything goes exactly how we want, what does it look like? And then what does growth from hell look like? What is it we absolutely don't want to happen? Yeah. If everybody in the team builds that and then presents to each other, first of all, you get everybody's input equally. So everyone has input on it. But then you also have the factor of the ducks, which is you build a duck in one way and I build a duck in a different way. Yeah. And so even if people are talking about similar concepts, maybe we don't have all the processes in place to handle 10 more sites if they all open tomorrow. But maybe someone illustrates it one way and someone illustrates it a different way. Then it's really interesting to have a conversation about, why? Because what we work with a lot is metaphors in this. So why did you build it like a tower? Why did you build it like a tree? Yeah. And usually that will get you one layer deeper about, what do you see in the processes about what's missing? And what does someone else see in the processes that's missing? What then becomes really interesting is if you have all of that information, you put it out on a big table, and then you start mapping out connections, which ones are connected with each other. Yeah. And then you can look at the table and you can have an instant big picture overview of where do we have many connections many dependencies? Where do we have almost no dependencies? Where are we vulnerable? Where are we not vulnerable? If we change something here, what gets affected? So you can suddenly build a fairly advanced, like, strategic model, but with Lego.
Cool. Let me see if I understood well. So during the next board meeting, I will come up with a wonderful boxes of Lego, asking all the board members to play with me and discover the future, about the future of the company playing with Lego. It's very amazing, it's very interesting. Okay, thank you very much for this kind of advice. Let us to understand in which way you are promoting or coaching these new activities.
So one of the things that I've learned as I've done a lot of facilitation and training over the years is that whenever I learn a new skill, I have to use it very quickly. It's just like we think better when we think with our hands. Then we don't really know something, we don't know how to use something until we've actually done it. So it's great to go on a 4-day course and learn lots about Lego, but until I've actually run some workshops using it, it's only theoretical. So that's why I went out onto LinkedIn and I said, I'm giving away 3 workshops, and I thought, I wonder if anyone will be interested. And within, I think it took like 45 minutes and
1,000 people.
the workshops were gone.
Yeah.
So that gives me the chance to go out and use this more. And then this is something that I'm going to be incorporating in where it makes sense. So some people will want, and this is the conversations I have with the companies that I offered the free workshops to. Sometimes it makes sense to have Lego as one part of a bigger process, and sometimes the whole process can be in Lego. So it depends on what do we want to achieve, what does the outcome, what should the outcome be. And so for me, it's one extra thing I can offer, one extra tool that I can use. And as with everything, as you and I have also spoken about many times, there are lots of different tools, techniques around mindset and working with that I've also studied a lot in the past. So for me, I see my skill set as like a buffet where, depending on what the client wants to achieve, I have various different ways that I can combine them to give the client the best outcome. So some workshops I run will be purely Lego, and others will be Lego together with something else.
Yeah, amazing. And also because you will be able to have at the same table people with different skills, different experience, coming from a different business. So thank you very much, Chris. It was very nice. I'm very happy to play with Lego, and then I'm sure that we will see each other quite soon in Italy, working with my team at Lego. Ciao.
Looking forward to it. Ciao.
Thank you very much to be with us today. It was amazing to speak with Christel and to play with Lego. See you to the next episode. Arrivederci.